Hello there, and I've got something new to show you today. I have been playing around with Notion AI for about, I don't know, 6 months now. I had it in the beta stage when it was free, and I got so used to using it that when it came to be paid, I couldn't live without it. And so what I thought I would do was create a template that helps you create blog posts, and I also have another page template that will help create YouTube content. Just the outline, giving you title ideas and so on. So the concept between the two are the same. These are free templates to help you make use of Notion AI. Now, we've all heard about AI, I would imagine. The world has gone crazy for AI, not least in the blog area and writing content. Now, there are limitations to AI. It can only generate content that is found already on the web. So it will be using data that is potentially several years old, may be out of date, may just be completely wrong. So whenever you're creating anything with AI, you do have to take that premise that what you get might be wrong. But if you want something that gives you a good starting point for you then to add your own twist to, then this is perfect. So this, what I have here, this template, is just a page. It can be added into a normal blog, the blog planner or content planner that you'll have as a template, or it can be a standalone page, up to you. But what we have is, first of all, a table field. These first two columns are really just about giving you information of when that data is needed and what type of data that you want to put in. This third column is the meat of your content, and it's what it's going to use, what the AI tool is going to use to generate the content to make it personal to what you want. So in step one for creating a blog post, we're looking at generating title suggestions. So first of all, we have to write something in here that is what you're expecting your article to be about, your blog post to be about. So you can just do a headliner and the general concept of what it is, enough information for the tool to come up with some ideas under its own steam. In addition to that, include what your blog is about in general, so it knows what to use there, and also include your target audience. Now, none of these are compulsory, but the more information you can provide the AI tool, the better chances you are of getting something that is good for you. So target audience, what that is, and then some keywords. So do your research on what keywords you want for this article and fill them in here. And finally, so that the text that gets created is using something, uses a type of language and a tone that you want it to produce, then fill in your brand voice here. Again, it could just be something like friendly. It could be, let me just go into AI at the moment. So if you're in Notion and you want to use AI in general, so if I highlight something, then you can go into Ask AI and it will change the tone of your content to be any one of these 5 basic tones. So professional, casual, straightforward, confident, friendly, and it will give the same content, but will just have a different feel about it. So this brand voice is just really adding a little bit more information in there so the AI tool knows how you want your content to sound. So that's everything that you need for step one. If you set up a lot of this first 3 items are something that you could set up once and forget. It's used the same for every post that you create. The next two items are specific to the post you're creating. All you then have to do is click on that button there. It shows you the AI block with the information of how you want, what you want it to do, including the details that you filled in. So you then just hit generate. It'll sometimes come up with this, send to AI. I just click outside that box and it will continue doing it. It sometimes get confused if you try and do it multiple times. But what we're getting here is, boom, 5 title suggestions for the topic that you've asked for back up here. So we said 7 reasons why it's good to create garden compost in your home garden. If we look at the first one, 7 reasons why home garden compost is a game changer for flower gardening. Now that's interesting because it's taken the concept that you want, but it knows that your blog is about flower gardening, and so it's included that into the title. And then the summary of that title will be something like, this article explores the benefits of creating garden compost in your home gardening, specifically for flower gardening. Discover how composting using compost bins can revolutionize. So again, it's made it specific to your post, which is what you want it to do. So you can pick which one seems the most informative. So pick the title that you want. So I'm going to go for this first one just because it's easiest. So that's the title I want it to use. So let's go back up here and fill it in there. And then this summary, without having read any of the other details, I'm going to say, yep, that sounds about what I want it to do. So let's fill in the summary here. Now the content up in this table, it needs to be at this level. You can open up the page and enter the information here, but the AI tool doesn't look at that page information, it only looks at it from within here, so it needs to be all in one line. So now we've picked the title and the summary of what we want to do, so let's generate an outline. So again, press that button, it will generate the AI block, hit generate, and again you get this extra bit here, so just click away from it and it will give you the outline that it wants. Now this is where the devil is in the detail, so make sure that the 7 reasons that it's come up with are what you want it to be. So it may be that you have another compelling reason that you want to include, it may be that it's got information wrong, so you can update it. So I want to say that that final reason there is really not really useful. So let's say I want to change that and put suppress weeds and retain moisture. I mean, this in itself, I think, are 2 valid reasons, but nevertheless, we'll get that. And let's remove the detail there, and just out of interest, see what it will do. So we've got the headers, 7 headers. Let's get rid of that. You've read through that, you're happy with the content, you've made whatever changes you want. So now let's generate that full post. Again, we get the AI block, hit generate, click away so that you get it, and boom, you get your post in detail that you've requested. So it's using, hopefully, as we know that I changed that suppress weeds and retain moisture, I'm hoping that the 7th point in here should be about suppressing. We've lost one along the way. 6th. So without going into detail, as you can see, it's a bit, it gives you something valid, but you do need to check the details. But look at that, you've got a whole blog post that you could use. Now, in reality, I just come out of here, and if you wanted to edit how the post is, or any of the details are created, you just click on the little cog button, edit button, and it will show you the block, and you just change this to be what you want. So you can put in the details that you want. I have found it difficult to get the blog post to be of any length. Now that could be the topic I'm choosing, and it may be that the topic that you have is more, it can create more about it. I don't know. So I've put 2,000 words, but you maybe just want 1,000. See what you get with your topic. It's up to you. If you want to change, add extra details way up here back in the table, then add a new row. So let's add a new row, put test. Test idea, just so I can find it. And then when you come to the content, you can put include everything in, and then put at, and then start writing it. So test idea. And as you can see, it's in the page that we are in, so we know that's the right one. And now when we go back on it, so we know we've found it right, so we can now put in always use whatever, whatever it ends up being, lacking inspiration. So I don't want to include that in there, so let me just remove that. When you finish making your changes, hit done, and then delete the content, and then generate again. And it will take into account information there. So what we have, whilst that's thinking about it, what we have here is we've taken the title and the summary from the first step. We've then added in any particular problem that you're trying to solve for the audience. And then you've got a section here if there's something particularly you want to draw out. And again, that is used in the blog content. And you do have to read it through. You do have to decide what you want to do. Now, I find it easier if you then want to make changes. So that's what it's come with. Add it here, and then you could say, right, okay, that's my first section. Ask AI, make it longer. And you could, let's replace that section. And so now you've got a whole bigger article there for that. Now, whether that, just using that simple Ask AI option that Notion provides, brings it into the tone that the brand voice that you want to use. Again, you could, let's undo that. Cut and paste your brand voice. So we're back in the normal text. We've got here, go to Ask AI, and rather than using the option make longer, you can do make longer using copying that tone or brand. I don't know whether it recognises the word that. There we go, replace that section, and we have a much longer content. So if you want something longer than what it is generating, then you can do that. If you find something that's really useful, like I've asked it to find some interesting quotes Now, if you find a good one, if you try and regenerate it, it may not use that same quote. So take the bits that you want as you find them. Play around with it. It's up to you. I find it really useful as a starting point. Don't trust it 100%. You do want to make sure that you edit it, read it, make sure the content is correct, and edit it to make sure that it is relevant, and make it personal so that it's using your experience as well to make it friendly for Google, so that it's not all completely AI generated. But there we have it. We have also what I didn't know. We've also got social media posts. So it's going to give you 3 ideas of what you can do to promote it on social media. There we go. You just need to create those posts once it's published. I've also included a quick checklist, some tips that you could use for making sure that your post is relevant. So these Notion AI content templates will generate ideas, titles, outlines, content, and social media posts just at the click of a button. In the space of a couple of minutes, you can have your blog post written. That's how powerful the Notion AI tool is. So if you want to get your hands on these templates, click on the link in the description below. So Notion itself is free, but the AI part of it is a paid add-on. At the moment, it's about £8 a month, which to me is perfectly reasonable for the amount I use it. You can use, once you've paid for it, it's unlimited, so you can use it as much as you like, and I wouldn't be without it now. So if you want to have a go, check out the link below, get your free template, and see whether Notion AI is for you.